Hello and welcome to Tech Wizardry. Today is day 3, and today we're going to dive deep into building a website. By the end of today, you're going to have a frame for your website with the most important parts in it. So if you don't have too much time today, then just leave the content out for another time. But I will do touch on the content that you're going to need. However, today is about the technical issues, about registering and what kind of pages we need, and we start getting the pages done. So today, this video is going to be a little bit long, so bear with me, but I think you're gonna have lots of value in it. And this training is going to give you the best result if you're watching it on a phone and you follow along on a computer. However, you can do it with one device, but then you might need to keep pressing the pause button and continue on the side with me. I will explain the things on a computer in this video, and in the end I will show you how will it all look like on a phone, because we are using WordPress in this training, and WordPress is really good, is allowing you to do your pages, do your websites with a phone as well, and there's a way to make it possible to be as easy to work with your phone like if it would be a laptop or a computer. So I'm not going to waste your time any longer. Let's dive deep. Let's get into it. And I'm going to share my screen now. And however, I'm going to leave my camera on. You are probably not going to see my face, just how am I watching my laptop, because it's right there. And I need to see what I'm doing. So let's get going. I just share my screen. Yeah. Your entire screen. Yeah, there it is. So I do hope you can see everything fine. And we're going to start with going to WordPress, and we're going to create a new website. Before you register to WordPress, I would really advise you to have your own domain, because when you're having a business, having your own domain name is really important to build your brand, and is really important to stand out of the crowd. If you would register without your domain, it would look like your how would it look like? It would look like your website.wordpress.com. If you have your own domain, then it would only look like your website.com. So you can purchase a domain in the multiple places. I have mine from Ionos, and I think I pay like £5 per month for it, and this is all you need for this. But if you don't want to do that step right now, what you can do is you just do the training with me without having your domain. And once you learned how to build your own website, then there's two options for you. You can buy your domain and create a new website over that domain when you know all the knowledge what you need to do, or you can migrate your website into your new domain. So back to the screen, let me show you how to get registered. I'm just dangling with my cables. Right, so let's open another tab. I have lots of tabs already, and let's go to WordPress. It's wordpress.com. And once it's going to load, Then we're going to register. Okay, I need to log out from here because I'm already logged in. Let me just do that quickly. Log out. There it is. This is what you get when you go to WordPress. And then there's a big blue button, start your website. Let's click on that button. And let it load for ages again. I'm sorry, my internet is probably a bit slow because I'm using my phone data, and my phone gives a Wi-Fi for my computer, and that's the way how I use them. And both of them joined in the same stream yard live streaming, so it's might gonna be a little bit slow. So you need an email address. Let's put one what I haven't used yet. Let's say just copy. Oh, choose a username. Let's be username. Let's be Tech Wizardry. And then, oops, sorry, that username already exists. If this is you login now, okay. Then tech, let's put a dash in here. Tech Wizardry. No. Underline, you need to find a username which doesn't exist yet. Okay, let's be, let's see. Yeah, that's empty, okay. I do recommend you keep a record of your details. So have a piece of paper next to you, write down your email address and your username and password, because I always have a trouble logging it back to WordPress because I always forget which username I give and stuff. So it's always be good to be safe and keep these details safe. Then we need a password and press the create your account button. Right, the next page is prompting us to choose a domain. So let's call this Tech Wizardry Test. Tech Wizardry Test page. And it's giving us options. So they can give you a domain, or if you scroll down under this pink button, there will be a Tech Wizardry test page or your website.wordpress.com. That's a free version, and you can select that. If you want any other kind of, like .com, for example, then it's going to give you other options, which is might be considered to use, but I would rather go with something cheaper. But for now, I'm just going with a free one. Press select. Pick a plan. Why we need to pick a plan? It wasn't here before. Choose a plan, upgrade as you grow. Here, look, not sure yet, start with a free site. So I'm going to click that one. And then it's gonna load again. Right, this is the dashboard, what we see on my screen now. And this is how it looks when you enter. And you will get a guide to start. So let's go through the guide. There's a button, get started. Name your site. Give your new site a title to let people know what your site is about. A good title introduces your brand and the primary topics of your site. Okay, let's click name your site. Update the site title file with a descriptive name to let your visitors know which site they are visiting. So this is going to be your title. So mine is going to be the same, Tech Wizardry test page. Okay, you need to save your settings. Here, there's other things you can do. You can create add a site icon, which is what you can see in the bar. This brown is my icon. PayPal has the P. The StreamYard has this duck. So you can upload any icon in here, what you want people to see on their browser if they have multiple tabs open like me. If you put a tagline, let's see, just for training purpose. This tagline will show on your site under your title, which I will show you in a second. What else we have in this page? You can change your language, time zone. Okay, your site hasn't been launched yet. It's private only, you can see it until it's launched. So until you press the launch site button, then it's not going to be live. Right, these ones we don't need right now. Okay, return to my home. Oh, I haven't saved, wait. Cancel, let's save that tagline. And return to home. Every time you want to return to my home, you just press this house button and you will be on your home screen. So when I visit my own site, if it's going to load ever, you see my title is Passion Miners Tribe, and my tagline is Business Coaching Community. So this is how it would look when you create your title and tagline. And I will come back to this page a bit later explaining some other stuff. What else is want to do us? Confirm your email address, create a site menu, launch your site, get the WordPress up. I don't want to do this right now, so I'm just leaving my home page here. The first thing I want you to do, once yesterday and the day before, we established which kind of website do we need. So regarding to that, we are going to choose a theme for our website. To do that, you go down in this menu. Somehow this website doesn't look like the same how is mine look like, but design and customize. It's a bit different than my website because I'm doing it through Ionos, but it's still going to give us the options. So here are lots of options. Let's go one by one. Site identity. You can add the logo. So let's add the logo here. Select a file. And you're going to upload something from your computer. I don't want to use my own logo for this. I'm just gonna put this one right now. Then make sure before you press select, you have to enter an alt text. This is very important for SEO to make sure you're ranking well. Every single picture you're going to your website need to have an alt text. This is the text what the robots see when they checking your website, what's on it. So I'm going to put test site logo. And I normally just copy and paste it in the other places. You can write other caption. Caption is the thing which is when you place your picture on the website, the caption will show under the picture explaining what's on the picture, and the description is to tell what's the picture about. This is a similar thing. It's just I think it will show up if someone hover over your picture. Let's press select, and we need to crop this, so I'm going to make it big. There's my logo. So when you see in the right side is how your website going to look like. So you have your logo on the top, you have your title underneath, then your tagline underneath, and this is your already created menu which we're going to change later on, and this is what's on your page. Now we have our logo done. Again, you can change the title and the tagline, and then you can choose whether you want your title and tagline to be shown or to hide it. I like to have it shown because people need to know where they are. Site icon again. So this is the icon what you can upload, which I told you before will come in here in this bubble. And the footer, you can choose which footer you want because you have a free plan. You can only choose the WordPress footer stuff. I wouldn't deal with this right now. I would just leave it default and it will change it for me whatever it wants. Then make sure you save changes every time you change anything. And let's see the next tab. So we have our menus. Primary menu is this one, and social menu, you can add these social links like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, WordPress into your menu if you wanted to. You can choose where your menu will show. Let's just select the primary menu, and then say it will show on your primary area. I would recommend you to have a menu and a footer as well. So when people scroll down on your page, if it's a long page, they don't need to scroll back up again to find where they want to go. And there's a button which can be useful, but is not useful at the moment for my membership site. So you need to decide for yourself whether it's good for you or not. If you tick this box, it will automatically put every single page what you created into your menu without you needing to do it manually. For me, is not a good option, but for now, for this test page, is a good option. And then let's put save changes. You can change the name of these as well. If you open these labels, you can write something here. So about me, for example, instead of about. And you can even choose to open it in a new tab if you wanted to. Uh, I wouldn't. I'm not dealing with this part right now because it's not important for today's training. But to be able to change the navigation label is important. So it's just that simple. Then press save and go and see the next. Go back twice. So widgets. Widgets are stuff that's showing up on your website on the side. So if we add the widget, it's always good to have a search widget, but you can see and search through whatever you need on your site. If, for example, if you have a blog, you might want to add an audio so people can listen something while they read. Or if you have some events on your website for your audience, then you could probably use the calendar on it. What I normally do is the search. Having a gallery could be good as well. Avatar, image, links. Navigation menu is good. For example, in my website, this is my primary menu, this blue. This is my secondary menu. And if I go out from this page, then I have my navigation menu here, which called members only. And just the members can access that content. But so when you set up your navigation menu, that will pop up on the side. So you can add the different menu on the side than what you have on the top. And search, this is it. I will add search on my website. And I normally just title it as search. It's always useful to have a search on your website so people can actually search what they're looking for, not going to straight away bounce off of your website if they don't find something. And then press done. So that created a widget on your website for searching, and it's here down in the button. And actually the widgets, the placement of the widget is different in every single theme. And in my editor, the theme will come under the customize, but I need to find it on this editor. Let's see the homepage settings. So you can choose if your homepage going to show the latest posts, what you created. So if you are a blogger and you don't want to bother about having a homepage at all, then you just click your latest posts and the homepage will look like something like this, which will only show your posts, what you have on your website. I do like to have a static page, which means you create the page the way you want it to. So it could be a good landing page for your website, or it could be a nice front shop front for your e-commerce. And here, if you go down, you can choose the home page. You can choose which page you want to be the home. So I'm going to keep it as a home page. And you need to choose, if you are blogging, you need to choose which page will contain the blogs. I'm going to choose the blog. Then don't forget save changes. This is not important now. Let's find the themes. Themes, yeah. When you go to your menu, find design, and under the design there are themes. So regarding of which kind of website do you want, I advise you to find a search bar in here somewhere. There should be. Show all themes on the bottom. And then you're going to have a search bar. So if you're going to create an e-commerce, then you just type in e-commerce. Or if you want to create a blog, you just type in blog. And it will show you all the type of websites that will be good for a blog. If we want to have a membership site, then you're going to write membership site, and it will give you the, okay, it's not giving you anything. Somehow it gave me something before. Let's just stay with membership. Actually, for me, is showed up member light. Let's might be because I'm having my own domain. But just go play around with the themes and choose one which you think would be good for your website. I'm just going to choose this one. So then when you click on it, it gives you some information about the theme, what it can do for you. And what kind of widgets you can put inside. So make sure when you choose your theme, you think through yesterday's and the day before task, what your website need to be able to do, and choose according to that. Then we click open live demo. Then it will show how it looks, and then close and accept, and then press activate. How would you like to use Modern on your site? Use Modern without changing my homepage content. Use Modern's homepage content and make my exciting homepage a draft. Yes, I will do that. And activate Modern. And let's view the site. So this is how it turned out to be looking like now. And it gives you some excerpts, or what is called short blog post probably, or it could be products in here if you wanted to. Then you have your about information, then you have your contact information and address, and your social links here so people can share your website and the search. So that's all about the themes. When you want to go back to your dashboard, you click this my site, and you are in the dashboard again. So let's start with, let's see the settings before we do anything. So the setting is where we've been before, where you can set up your time zone and language. Performance. Yeah, okay, is showing you something you should consider having as a plugin, but I will cover the plugins, I think, tomorrow. Yeah, writing. So it's telling you that you have one category already and you have 0 tags. Every time you make a post, you can create a category for them, and you can put your posts into categories or into multiple categories, which will help you and your customers navigate on your page. And you can add tags as well. This is show publish confirmation. Is whenever you want to publish a page or a post, it will give a message that, are you sure you want to publish this? So if you leave it on standard, which is the only option, then it will pop up for you to ask you if you're sure. Then you can set up your posts, how many uh, blog posts you want to show per page. Then how many testimonials you want to show on your page, how many portfolio projects you want to show on your page. And the feed setting is, I think, the if your website is not a static page, but showing your blog post as a home page, like I told you before, there's an option. Then you can choose how many blog posts going to show on your feed. But also there's a button here. If you're interested in feed, you can learn more about them there. Publish a podcast feed to Apple Podcast and other podcasting service. So you can have podcasts on your website, but you need to set it up. Team enchantment. I wouldn't bother changing anything in here unless you know what you're doing. Okay. Discussions, let's see what's in there. Attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article. Allow link notification from other blogs. Allow people to post comments on new articles. So it's about what other people can do with your blog posts. So for example, allow people to comment on your blog post. If you don't want people to message you after your blog post, then you need to switch these off. And it's all depend on if you want a blog, which part of this is important for you. Here you can choose if you allow comments, then people need to fill out a name and email, or people have to be registered, or automatically close comments on articles, enable thread, and you can choose how many levels or how many days you want to close the comments. So this is all about the blog. Then this is your email notification. Email me whenever anyone posts a comment. A comment is held for moderation. Someone likes one of my posts. Someone reblogs one of my posts. Someone follows my blog post or my blog. If you don't want any emails at all, then switch them all off. I think this two, which is already on, is important, and I think maybe the someone reblog one of my posts could be important as well, so you know who is your um, who are your followers, who you can trust that they will share if you do something, if you post something valuable. So before a comment appears, comment must be manually approved. Comment author must have a previously approved comment. Yep. So this is again your choice, what you want your blog post, how safe you want it to be. Here you can add you can set up to hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links. When a comment contains any of these words in this content, name, URL, email, or IP, it will be held in the moderation queue. 1 word or IP per line. So you can put, if you don't want people to talk about sex on your page, for example, you put sex here in 1 line, and then anything, anybody comments with the word sex on it, that post will be held on your moderation queue, so you need to check before it can go live. Disallowed comments. When a comment contains any of these words in its content, name, URL, email, or IP, it will be put in the trash. So this is an option if you completely want to limit the things what can be put in the comment. So if you don't want to bother checking all the messages what people might give you, you can put the words in this place, and if anybody using those words, then the comment won't show up on your blog, and it will straight go to the trash, so you don't even need to care about it. However, be wise with this one, because you might block out things which doesn't mean any harm, it's just the use of words. So that's this. And let's see, VP admin, the next menu point. So this is the dashboard. That's what I was looking for. Can you see now this dashboard is way different than it was before. So this is your home, which is look like this. You have some notifications on the top. You have an information on your website. You have how many posts you have, how many pages you have, and that your search engines discouraged. This means search engine bots not going to come to your website. I do hope my video is not blocked. Let me see. Okay, mine is still going, but somehow so my camera is just frozen for some reason. Well, at least on my phone. Oh, that scared me a bit. No. So you can have a quick draft for a title and a content in here and save it as a draft. I never use this, so I don't know if it will save as a post or as a page. You have your latest activity here. You have WordPress events and news, your stuff in here. and statistics, which will be empty for now because it's new. And then let's go here. So you can see your blogs you follow. Akismet Stats, that's a plugin which checking the statistics for your website, who's visiting your website, what they doing there. Then you have your plans. You can change to different plans or buy a domain here. Then you have your posts. If you click on a post, you will see a dashboard like this. You will have all your posts in here, what you already have. When you hover over one post, you have the option of edit, classic editor, quick edit, copy, bin, or view. If you press the quick edit, it will open in this dashboard, and you can edit the title, you can edit the slug, which is the part, this part, which will show up on your browser. You can edit the date. You can have this content logged by a password or be private private at all, so only you can see it. And this post is uncategorized because you don't have a category yet. And you can choose if people can comment or allow pings. And then once you finished with changing these details, then you can just press update. If you want to edit properly your website, your posts, you can either edit with the edit. This will drop you to a block editor. You know, WordPress have 3 types of editors, and I installed all of them on my website, but I'm not really fancying the Elementor. However, I will explain all of them, what difference does it make in a minute. So this is the block editor. I like to use this button always open. This is the setting button. So when it's open, it gives you options for the post. It tells you it's public, when was it published. It gives you the option to change the permalink. And this is the link what you need to share with people if you want them to see this post. Here are the categories. You can add a new category. So click the add new category. Let's say test category. You can choose if it's belong to the other categories or not. I will not put it in any category, and then just add new category. And there it is, test is there. So you can untick uncategorized. You should never have any post on your website in the uncategorized option. That's not really good. Then you can change the tags if you want to add any tag for this post. Let's say you type blogging about technical issues, so you can add the tag as tech. Oops, tech. And when you press the comma, as it's telling you, comma or enter can separate them. When you press the comma, then you have the tag. And I'm not sure how many tags you can add, but it's always good to have tags. Featured image. If you choose a featured image, that's going to show up here above your title, or below your title, but above your text. However, if your featured image is small, that's okay, but I wouldn't recommend using a featured image unless it's what's that called, infographic, because by having that picture on the top, lots of people would get annoyed that they have to scroll a lot until they get to the actual content what they're looking for. So it might increase your bounce rate. Write an excerpt. This means when the SEO robots going to search for websites regarding to what the people asking for them to show, like for example, I put in Google, I'm looking for technical training, and then the bot's going around and show you the results. What you're going to have in the results is a title and then the link of the website, and under that the description of the website. If you put the extract here, then this is the description what will show up on that tagline. But I'm not using this part. I will show you this tomorrow, how to do it using an SEO plugin on your website. And discussions, you can again check to allow comments or allow pinbacks and trackbacks. If you choose the block, you need to choose one block, for example, this one. This is a paragraph block, and you can change the font size, you can change the line height, you can change the color, text color and background color. You can add the drop capital, which gonna be look like this, really big capital. And I haven't found a way yet to change this drop capital to be any different than this. So I normally not use it. And I won't bother about the advanced because this training is not for advanced use. Excuse me. So when we are in a block, you have this toolbox for you. If you hover over this double dot and you press it, you can drag your content wherever you want it to be in the block editor. But you can manually bring them down or up with these arrows. Here you can change the text alignment. Let's put it in the middle. You can make it bold, make it italic, and add links to, if you highlight anything, you can add the link to it. And other options in here, underline, text color, uppercase, inline image, justify. I was always looking for the justify though. Here you have some options about the block. You can copy, duplicate, insert before or insert after. If you press insert before, it will insert an empty block before this block. If you press insert after, it will insert an empty block after this block. You can move it to somewhere. You can add it as HTML. You can add it as reusable block. You can group it or remove it. Other thing you can do, you can change this to a different type. And there are lots of types of blocks. So this is a paragraph block. You can make it to a heading, and you can change which heading you want. Or you can change it to a quote. This will look like this. When you add your headings, make sure you only have one level 1 heading, which is this one. On the top of your page, it will be level 1 always. So whenever you add the heading, it must be minimum level 2 heading. If you can make a list about this, you can insert columns, and you have some different styles. So it's really easy to use this block editor. You can add whatever you want. If you want a new block anywhere, you just press this button, add the block, and then you will have this on the side. There are lots of options to choose from. I use a lot, uh, let's see what I use a lot. I use the paragraph, I use the heading, the list, I use the quotes sometimes. I use the classic editor a lot because there are some functions on WordPress that you can only use with the classic editor, or either I just didn't find a way to use it other way. But it's really good to have a classic editor here, so you can inside the block editor you can use a classic editor. So I use a horrible many times I use the classic editor in here. You can add the table, that could be maybe something useful. You can on the image compares before after pictures, for example, if you are a personal trainer or something. Slideshows, gallery, I did use the gallery in my other page. Gallery is useful for artists. uh, Image core file, you can add files in here. And this is another one, media and text. And when you hover over these blocks, it will show you a small on the side of the menu, it will show you how will it look like. So you're going to have your picture and you're going to have some text next to it, and you can change whether it's the picture in the right side or on the left side. And you can add videos which you can embed or upload. Then there is a designing layouts. So you can add grids, which means you will have different smaller portions of your website, breaking them up. You can add columns. Oops, I pressed it accidentally. So you can even choose how many columns you want. I normally go with the 3 columns, not more than that. And let's see what else is here. Oops. Go out from the columns. And where were we? You can add buttons. However, when I tried the buttons from the block editor, it didn't work. So that's one thing what I'm using the where is it? The classic editor. When I have to add the button on my website, I have a plugin for that, and I'm using a classic editor to add my buttons. Way easier than how much I was struggling with these buttons. I created the buttons and they wasn't working for some reason. So I will explain that other kind of buttons tomorrow when I go through the plugins. You can add separators, page break, navigation, and then there are widgets. You can add your widgets in here. Even countdown widget could be good for your landing page if you want people to sign up for something and you give them a countdown that they only have this much time left to sign up. You can embed blog post in here. Sort code. This is another one what I use a lot because in the membership site, lots of things you need to do with adding these sort codes. So it's useful to have it here. You can add calendars, categories, social icons, so you can let people share your content with only pressing a button. You can add the search bar on your page. Lots of other embedding options in here. Yeah, and you have buttons. My son just wake up, so he might gonna distract a little bit. So you have buttons here, which could be useful again. Hello. You can browse it through. Maybe you want some of them to be used. I used, I think, a quote sometime from here. But yeah, so lots of options. So let's go back. Leave page. Oh, everything opening in a new tab. I don't know why. So if you want to add a new blog post, oh yeah, it's here. So you go to posts and add a new. And then it's from scratch. You can add new. And there should be a button to change this to other editor. But it's not here. If you want to edit it with the normal editor, then you just go out from this side and edit classic editor. You're someone, I don't need you here right now. It will give you created a post in a block editor before. It will give you a warning that some of the functions might not work the way as you want it to before. I'll just press continue to classic editor to show you how it look like. So this is what you get in a classic editor. You can have a visual editor or you can have a text, which is more like coding. So I always go with a visual. And you can just work in this page like if it would be a Word document. You have your menu bar in here. Yeah, you have your toolbar in here. You can add forms. You can change colors. And on the side again, you have your settings. Same settings what you had on the other block editor. So this is more like if you would edit in a Word document. However, somehow my thingy, 1 second, I need to put my cable in a plug. Yeah. So let's change to block editor. There should be a button in here. And no. So you go back to our posts and you choose the post and edit with the block editor. And I'll just show you the difference if you add that. I can't remember the word now. So just add the new block and add the classic editor block, and then it will look like this. And so you have a double menu for this. This is for the whole block. like I showed you before, and you can convert it to blocks if you want. And this is for the toolbar for your block. So this way you can use the block editor but still have the options. Right now you don't have too many buttons, but if I show you my website and I go to my dashboard, and then my pages, I show you one of my page. I hope it will open the block editor. I just pressed it accidentally. Yes, it's a block editor. So if I take my paragraph, as you can see, my menu is extended here. Because I have my plugins, I have my Active Campaign button here. I have my frequently asked questions button here. I have my Jot form, I have my Stripe payments, and I can insert the button. I have my toolbar in the top, and emojis and stuff. So it's really good to have this plugin. I will show you tomorrow how to make this extended editor. And then one more thing I want to show you is the Elementor. This is the third way to build a page. And I'm just going to add the new page to show you that. And edit with Elementor. Now, in Elementor, you can drag and drop anything you want. Let's say when you have your Elementor page, you have a menu here. You can set up your site settings, the theme, user preferences, view the page, or exit to dashboard. And this other menu will for your Elementor builder. The blocks you can add are here. And anything you want to add, you just drop it like this is a pro feature, so you can't add the countdown for the free one. Whenever you see a block is something you can't add. So let's say I want to add the text. I need to click on it and drag it wherever I want. Yeah. Click it and drag it there. Then I will have my text in here with some text inside. If I want to add another block from here, I can add one. This is going to change the structure what I want. I can have different options, so break down on my page. There you can have your structures. You can add a template here. Once you have this widget, you can press on them and just add whatever you want. Usman, come down. You add the heading in there, and then you have your options here to change what's on your choose block. You can change the text in here. And then you can add the link for it if you want. This is to change which kind of heading you want in here. You can change the alignment of that heading. Then you can change the style, so you can change the color, typography, text shadow, blend mode. Then in an advanced tab, you can change margin, padding, sorry, z-index. Because I have my paid membership, lots of plugins, I have more options in here, so I can restrict this page. You can have motion effects, background. So just play around whichever builder you want the most. And I'm just going to show you the dashboard again to go through the rest of the things. So we see the posts, we have the media. Okay, wait, Usman, 1 second. We have your media library. Here you can add the new media, and then you just select the file, and you can add any picture you want or multiple pictures, and it will upload it to your media, and then you can use it on your website. You can add files as well, not just pictures or videos. And then there are links. You can add links to your pages. This is the same like the blog posts. You have all your pages in here and you can edit them the same way. And I'm going to show you in a minute which pages we're going to create today. You have a comments tab. If you have a blog, no one this? Okay. If you have a blog post, the comments, what other people commenting on your blog post will show up in here in the comments menu. Feedback is again, if people giving you feedback, it will show up in here. Or the polls, if you do any polls. Then appearance, this is what I was looking for in the beginning. To see in the appearance, you have your themes. You have your customized widgets, menus, EMP, I'm not sure about that, and mobile. Plugins, which I will cover tomorrow. These are all the plugins you can have on your website, and there are hundreds of thousands of them. So tomorrow I will explain what kind of plugins you should have or useful to have on your website. So let's go back for now. Users, it's all the users who using your website. So right now is only me, as I created the website and I'm an administrator. You can add roles to your users. You can edit. So I haven't verified my email yet. You can add avatar. Oh, I think you can't add avatar, just the own person can give avatar. You can change first name, last name, publicly displayed name, what people will see, about section, and links, profile links. I assume you can put your Facebook links or any other links in here if you wanted to. Then you have your account setting here. This is how you registered your email address, your primary site, web address, language, color schemes you have on you can choose the color scheme of your website. Or I choose this coffee one. I like it. You can play around with it however you want. Usman, wait a second, okay? Then manage purchases. Oh, I haven't saved. So let's just save this coffee page. Then manage purchases. It will show you if you bought anything. You can change, see billing history, payment methods, and it gives you an option to upgrade again. You can change the security, your password, social login, two-step authentication, connected applications, account recovery. You don't have any applications yet, but it will show up in here if you will have. Privacy, you can choose if you share your information in analytic tools about your use of service while logged into your WordPress.com account or no. Data processing addendum as well. So this is just your settings, notification settings, what kind of notifications you want to get is all ticked in right now, but make sure you go through it and only allow what you want if you don't want so many emails on your email list. For me, I don't want any of this right now because it's just a test website, so I don't need any notifications at all. And then save settings. Blocked sites. If you want to block anyone. And then, oops, that's it. Now, my site. Go back to our dashboard again. VP admin. And then tools. You have available tools. Let's see what we have. Categories and tags, convert, press this. Okay, wait a second. Go in the kitchen. And you have your settings, which is again the site title, tagline, time zone, date format, time format, week starts, when the week will start, language, and that's all. So now that we walked through and looked around what WordPress can do, let's build our website, right? So for those of you who want to use the Elementor, you need to go in your dashboard in the plugins, and then in the search bar, enter Elementor. And then find this Elementor website builder. When you click on it, it will have a button here to install. Because I'm already installed mine, I don't have to install it again. Or wait, is it not installed? Right, so if you're using the free plan, you can't have the Elementor. If you have your own domain, I assume you will be able to, because on my other website, I had no problem with it, so I could install Elementor. So for building your website, we're going to start with our pages. And let's find in the menu where are our pages. I think it's under the site. Yeah. You find the site button, then you find the pages. And then let's see our home page. So there is different ways of doing the home page. You can have as I told you before, you can have a landing page or you can have a shop front for your home page. If it's a landing page, it's going to look like something like this. So you have your title. Then I advise you to have some stuff in a certain order to have a well-written landing page to make sure your customers will do what you want them to do. So it's very important to have a picture of you. That way they know who is this page for or who is it they dealing with. Then you're going to have a short bio of yourself. This bio is most of the time it contains a power sentence, which is this one: works with artistic people, supporting them to turn their passion into a career without the stress of uncertainty, so that they can provide for their family from what they love to do, even if they don't know which path to choose with their skills. So this is called a power sentence because this is a magic formula which deals with the people frustrations, your customers' desires, their roadblocks, and addressing one of their excuse why don't they do what they want to do, and is a template for that. The beginning is I help or I work with or I guide. Then you insert the ideal client of yours, which is for me artistic people, and then you insert what they want to do. So they want to turn their passion into a career. Then you use the without, and then you include one of their frustrations here, which is a stress of uncertainty for me. Then you put the word so that, then you include their desire. They can provide for their family from what they love to do. And then you put the word even if, and then you put one of their excuses. Why didn't they do it yet? So they don't know which path to choose. So this is a formula you can use anytime when you have to, let's say someone wants to interview you and you need to introduce yourself. If you have this power sentence right, and it has to be short so you can memorize it easily, you can always introduce yourself with your power sentence. That way everybody will know who you are, what you do, and why they should choose you. And it's easy for you as well, so you don't need to always think when people asking you, oh, what do you do? You don't need to always think, oh, I do this or that. Just if you create your power sentence and memorize it, then you're going to straight away know the answer for the question when anybody around you asking you, what are you doing? Then we have a call to action button. It's important to have a call to action in a top without the people needing to scroll, because some people might come to your website and they came from your free training, or they came from your lead magnet, or somewhere they know you already and they already know they want to work with you. So then they don't want to scroll through all the text on your website. So for those people, there's a link, there's a button here to let them register straight away. And this button is an anchor button. So when they click on this, the screen will go down to the part which shows them how to register. Then you need to have a power. All your titles have to be powerful titles. I'm using some tools to find great titles for my websites and my lead magnets. So if you want to know which tools I'm using, then ask me ask me anything thread, and I will get it ready for you in the night time when we do the live video. Because if I would include everything in this video, it would be 4 hours long, and it's already more than an hour. Then you make a list, and it's always good to make it a way that they have to visualize what you want them to do, to see, and you show them the desires, what they have, what they want to achieve, where they want to be in 10 years time, or where they want to be when they are happy, when they are finally feel successful, or when they done with your program, when will they be. So you make a list of that here. And this part has to be something that creates an emotion for them, something to make it even more desirable. Then you have a small part of in telling them why they would need to choose you. So what makes you special, what makes you different from others. Then you have a place to introduce the product what you want to sell them, or the membership site, or the coaching program, or whatever you want this landing page to do. And it's always nice to break up your content with either color changes like here, or pictures like this one. And especially I'm using this picture for an extra emotional link with text underneath say what really matters, so people straight away think that, oh, okay, what really matters in life is the kids and to be in a bed or in a blanket how long I want it to be, so no need to fuss around. Then you list what they're going to get in your product, in your services, or whatever you're advertising on this page. It's good to have one, what is it called? One special method what you create for yourself, which is unique, which is only you're doing that way. This is just a list of which kind of things you're going to teach them and how, and for example, step-by-step videos, or you're going to do PDFs, or you can connect to other experts. The 24/7 support is very important, or the 30-day money-back guarantee. You know, in England, you legally bound to have, I think, 2 weeks money-back guarantee minimum if you sell something online. So you should include your money-back guarantee here, so they know that they're safe with you. And then I include another button. If they want to know more about the product, I have a different page where I extend on these parts. For example, on there, I tell them what is the DWOBAS method and all of these things what they're going to learn. Sorry. Then with another strong heading, you list um, the benefits. So first, this list is the results what they get. This is all the results what they gonna get out of it, not the benefits, the results. Oh yeah, benefits and results, sorry, on this list. And in this list you tell them the features of your program. So it's really important to separate the benefits and the features of your program, whatever you're creating. And first you need to target your audience with the benefits, what's in it for them. Everybody looking at buying stuff, asking the same question, what's in it for me? So they need to see their benefits, their desires first. And then you can show them the features of your uh, support or your membership site or your training or whatever it is on your page. Then very important, you should list some of your what's that called, testimonials, to make sure that people always like testimonials, so they need to know that you are legit, you've been working with others before, and you get them results. So it's really important to have some testimonials. Then it's the time when you can show them your prices and the choices to sign up for your program. And then it's good to have something to show them, either your certificate or your money back guarantee or something visual that gives them some extra safety. And then I included some most popular answers and questions, because when people are hesitating to buy your products or services, the first thing they're going to see is what others been saying about you, what questions others had, and how did you deal with them. So if you have some popular question answers, you can include them here for that. And in the end, you can have a newsletter sign up, which is important to grow your leads. So even if somebody not buying anything from you, but they fill up this uh, newsletter sign up form, then you still get their email address, so you will have permission to send them promotions or any other stuff you want to send them. And that is how it look like. So let's start. I'm just going to copy the important things on the other page, not wasting too much time. Let's create a new page. That's easier to start from scratch than you do it however you want. Select a layout. It could be this one perhaps, because I think it's nice, because you have your picture here and the other stuff. So I think it's nice this way. So first you give your title here. So my title was this one. Why my computer not working the way I want it to? So I change this to my title. Then you need your bio here and your picture here. So change the picture. I include my picture. Then the caption, I would put your name there, so people know it's about you. And then the bio, you copy this part as this is the bio. There, and you can make it to justify. So you just go to the three dots, no, this arrow, and press justify. Then, because this part doesn't take up space for me now, I can include some description first. Uh, let's say you have a brief description of your membership site and you type it in here. So I'm not going to change this one now to save some time, but you can do that, or you can straight start the way that you put this title in here, and then you have your, oops, then you have your first title, what I have in here, just after your button, onto the next one. So this is a powerful title. If you want me to show you how to create powerful titles, let me know in a Ask Me Anything thread, and I will get it ready for you for nighttime. Then you include your button. Oops, I just pressed it. I just wanted to copy it. So you include your button there in here. This will be a link for now. When we go down to create the anchor for this, I will show you how to link it. But for now, just have the text for it. And tomorrow, when we talk about the what happened, Sarah? Tomorrow, when we talk about the plugins, oh, 1 second, my daughter just here. When we talk about the plugins tomorrow, I will show you how to create the button, because the block editor's button didn't work for me, so I don't think it will work at all. Just bear with me a second. So we have our call to action here, and then we need this list of desires, what they want to be after next few years or after working with you. Sarah, can I do my work, please? There. You might need a lot of time to fix this. So if you don't have too much time for now for the content creation, then leave it for another day or sometime when you have time. I'm just showing you how can you do it. Then, so this is a list for us. So let's make it look similar. So let's put it in the center. Looks better a bit. And then we don't need this text. I just forgot to delete this. Right. So we have our title, we have the call to action for those who coming from where they know you, and then we start introducing our product with this list, and then you have a part about you, which is I created originally in 2 blocks. I'm just copied it here now. And what I did, I just highlight. So just go down as long as you want them, and then find this button, the 3 dots, and go to group. When you group them, then you're going to have a color settings, and then background. You can change the background, and it's going to change the background for the whole group what you created. If it's not done the way you want it to, you can just add more into the group. And group them together, and again the colors, and then it's there. Okay, and this one is still missing from the group, so I have to highlight this one as well, and then group it again, and then color and color. So now we have this part totally standing out, is a totally different color. Then the title, let's insert it to align in the middle. And then this is about you, remember, something which gives you the credentials of why they should choose you, which also contains why are you unique. So what's the differentiation between you or other people who are doing the same thing as you do? Then we have another title, which is the introduction of your product. So I'm just going to change this title to there, and put it on center, and then insert an image. Oops. Insert an image which is important for your, don't need this block, don't need this block. So just insert an image here, press the plus button and image, and upload. I hope I'm not going too fast for you, you can follow along. But as you see, the video is already very long, so I don't want to spend too much time. I'm just gonna put any random picture here, but it have to be the picture what showcasing your product, something that you will always, something but related to your product. You can change to be rounded or default. I like the rounded one. And then what do we have? Then we have the benefits, listing the benefits for them. So you can even add in the columns if you want. Add 2 columns, for example, and then you can add a paragraph here and paragraph here, and then you add your things and randomly take the half of the and add it to the other paragraph part. So make sure they are kind of equal long, so it looks nice. There. And then we have a learn more button, which will go to our product page. So again, I'm just going to add the text learn more here, and I will show you how to do the button, but I'm going to give a classic editor block in here. And I don't know where is it gone. I think okay, let's insert before this one and change it to classic editor, right? And then learn more. This will be a link for us, but for now it's just enough to have the word. We will come back to it tomorrow. And then again, a powerful question for them as a title. And then you're going to list your, okay, we don't need these blocks. Okay, so we're going to insert our features here. There. There are your features. These look a bit silly for now, but you can change them. Actually, I want those images. I just inserted it from Facebook, these images, when I created um, my page. I don't know. I think it's better if I press back and I change this to a classic editor and then insert it, and it look better. Yeah. So this way it look properly. So that's why I like to use the classic editor. It gives different options. And then this one is missing, so I just copy and paste it here. And there it is. And then what was the next part we had? Then our testimonials. So give a title for it. Heading, heading 3, for example. Title. And then you add your testimonials here. It can be a quote, it can be an image, it can be, actually I put a quote in here. So it's easier to see that it's going to be a testimonial. Remove. So let's add a quote. Browse all and a quote. So that way you see it's a testimonial. And this is by XYZ, right? And I don't know why it's gone here. We need it one below. Yeah. Then you have your testimonials. The next thing you need is to actual part where they want to buy the stuff. However, I included a place if they want to learn more still. They can click this button and they can go again to the page where they can learn about it. And again, just to make it different color, change the background, text color, paste. Now let's see here. Okay. Right, so without the plugins with this editor, you can't color them in. But where is it gone? Let's convert this to block editor. This one as well, yeah, and then you can group them again. Group, and you can change the color again so it stands out. And then we will have our button here again. Let's copy my text. Okay, this will be a button. And then what we had in there. So we need our product, or in my case, the membership site options. So you're just going to fill this out. Oops. I'm just going to copy and paste. There. Now it can be in a column if you want it to. I'm afraid you should be able to choose the column before. Yeah, if you wanted them in a column, then you have to make a column before, and then you include them. But it's just for the demonstration, you just put it here, so we know where they are. And tomorrow I can show where we'll be doing the button. And then we have our money back guarantee. So that's just a picture in here about the money back guarantee. So let's insert after. Let's put our money back guarantee there. I have it in my library already, or not. Okay, if not, then add new. And let's find my money back guarantee. Money back here. Remember to make sure to add the alt text for your pictures, which you can do in here. It's really important. Then the next part, this is a plugin I have, so I'm going to show you tomorrow this answer question and answers, this part as well. And then this is my integration, which I'm going to show you on Friday how to create this. So this is our first, the landing page. Now, as I showed you in the beginning, this link, this should link to a further down place in this page. So we're going to create it now. So we want the people to go straight here where they can sign up. So I'm going to highlight this title, and on the right side, if it's not open for you, open this settings and go to advanced and HTML and Anchor or Anchor. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. You're going to insert a word in here or two without spaces, which will which you need to remember. So I'm going to put offer, and then this creates a hook in here. Now when we go back up, if you're using the anchor on the same page, then you have to, when you insert your link, you just need to insert this bit, the hashtag offer, and then it should work. When you link it to another page with an anchor on it, then you have to insert the link of the page and the anchor on the top or on the end. Let's see if it's working now. I'm so sorry for these complications. Now come on, you. Seriously. Something is not right in here. This button doesn't work. I don't know why is it not working. But today I'm going to figure it out. Why is it not working? And at nighttime I'm gonna go back for it. Sorry, because this is going to driving me nuts now. I don't know why is it not working. I'm going to go out from here now. And then let's see the next page what we need. So where is my so the next page we need is an about page, which is again, this is about you. This have to be, the beginning is again your introduction, your power sentence, the thing that you tell the people when you introduce yourself. This with what you do, you guide people, and you use the without, the so that they can, even if. So you use that formula I showed you before. Then you have a story, a powerful story about you that relates to what you do and that creates an emotional connection between you and your reader, because that way people get to know you more, and you build some know and like and trust with them. So this is all about why about my story. And actually I started with my story, and then I explained still going on with the story, how I became a coach, or what am I doing as a coach, and then why I became a coach, and then again I introduce something about my membership site. This is where I show my expertise, like all my certificates, to make people understand that I'm certified to do this stuff. And that's all about me. You can have call to action buttons in here as well to see your products or buy something. But this part is very important, to have your story out there. So the same way you're just going to create this page, how you created the first page. And then this our product page, if you have more than one product, you remember I created the button, learn more of the product. This is the page where they're going with it. And this is a more explanation about the product that they choose on that membership site. Is explain my DWOBUS method, why, what is that acronym for, and what it is, what they're getting. And once I explain everything, then again an option to buy for them. And then underneath I have my other program, my coaching program. And again, they can book a free discovery call with me, and then why they going to benefit from that one, all the details about it, and then they can sign up. Then you need terms and conditions, which I'm going to show you tomorrow when we have our plugins done, because this has been done with a plugin. I didn't really need to do anything about this. These are my terms and conditions. I just needed to fill out some stuff about my company name and what I'm wanting to be included or what not. So this contains, let's see, who is the terms and condition for, the accounts, that they need to provide proper informations, not fake informations. And then this is about all that you have in this website is the property of my company and my licensors. Then this is a disclaimer about links to on my website, which is third-party links and what happens if they click on them. This is about the termination. How can you terminate your contract and what happened then? This is a disclaimer. So as I'm a coach, I have a disclaimer that everything remains their responsibility, whatever they do. Also, I had a disclaimer about my links. Then the law. We have the right to change our terms. Then how can they contact us? So this is all being made with a plugin, so you don't need to worry about this part right now. Tomorrow we're going to do that. Also, privacy policy is being created with the same plugin, which is you have to have on your website. Is about the data collection, about cookies, service providers, links to other sites, children's privacy, changes to this privacy. So this is all legal things what you need to have on your website. Then you should have a contact page. Every page you would create the same way how we did the first one, so I'm not going to create all of it. You need your address here, your email, your phone number, well, if you don't want to show your phone number, you don't need to, but if you are in a business, you most probably want to show your phone address for be so that you are legit. I also have my Facebook here, so they can follow me on Facebook. I think something happened with my computer because the things not show up how it should be. And then you have it all. So now if you create all these pages, only the home page, the about page, our product, if you want to have that page, or if you don't want to have that page, you don't need to create that page. The important is the about, the home page, and the contact us. And then we're going to create the rest tomorrow with our plugins. So I'm sorry that it was so long, and I do apologize for the mistakes as well. Let me just get back here and stop this one and put myself back on screen. There. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope you've been able to follow along. I wasn't too quick with this. If you need to watch it more than once, some parts do so, or to pause when you have to do something and then come back later, or do as you can do. Don't need to do it all at once, and it's probably going to take some time to create all the content properly. If you have any question, do let me know, because I do want to know what I haven't covered, or if you want to know about the tools I'm using to create my titles, uh, because they are really important. All your titles are really important. And tomorrow we're going to have our plugins, which will create our uh, we're gonna make a better editor part for our website editing. We're gonna have our buttons created. We're gonna have our SEO tool. So lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. So bear with me. Today, in the task, just show me the frame what you created. Just link it to me. Link it in the make a link in the video. I mean, put a link under this video with the frame what you created today, and I can't wait to see where we are all up to and where we're going to be on Friday. And see you tomorrow tonight. Bye bye.